I want to discuss. This can be open discussion. This is no brief statement here. Why do people hate on V6s? And I made a TikTok asking, and I was getting the same moral, some of the story answer. And one comment that stuck up to me, I forgot the specific one that I wanted to refer to, but they pretty much said the reasoning on why people dislike or hate on V6s is because it's borderline a generic version of the V8. In comparison, you got regular Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but then you got the great value Cinnamon Toast Crunch that's gonna have like some random ass cartoons. You can tell, you know what the generic, you can tell real Cinnamon Toast Crunch from the great value cinnamon value pack cinnamon toast crunch. Granted, it might taste the same, it might taste the same, but you ain't gonna get the same vibe. It's a different box, it's a different graphic, different structure, and when you put that into the same sense of the engine, you can't replicate a V8 with a V6. Right? How I look at it, how can you really say a V6 is bad if it's all in the same realm? And maybe I'm just coping, maybe because I have a V6, but look at it from my perspective, bro. Coming from a person that used to drive a Sonic 2014 Chevy, then going from a Mustang, no matter what model it is, that's a major upgrade difference. And maybe I feel it a little bit more because it's more so personal. Some people's first car was probably a V6 stock, and they already got the experience of, okay, cool, this is a V6, but now I want a V8. Granted, that could be the case, but overall, I never got the understanding of hating on a V6. What's the point of hating? Especially in a budget market right now. If I could get a V8, trust me, I would get a V8. People be stating the obvious. It's like, of course, the V8 is better than a V6. That's like saying a 12th grader is smarter than a third grader. It's like, of course, it's what it is known to be. Different models, bro. I don't know if this is real, but it's such things as a V10 Mustang, bro. Not Mustang, but it's cars that got a V10 engine. I'm not too heavy familiar on the cars, but what makes a V6 a V6? What makes a V8 a V8? What makes a V10 a V10? And let me actually not just throw that out there, but let me do my research. What basically the difference is, the primary difference between the V6 and the V8 engine is the number of cylinders. V6 have 6 arranged in 2 rows of 3, and V8s have 8, 2 rows of 4. V8s generally offer higher horsepower, torque, and towing capability, while V6s provide better fuel economy, lower maintenance costs, and a lighter weight for daily driving. So pretty much stating that a V8, it's really to make the car faster, which in my opinion, it makes sense. But to sum it all up, it's the same concept, just an upgraded version. So I don't understand the hate behind it. And again, this is the Oprah conversation. This is not me making a statement of, oh, V6s are better than V8, because I'd be lying. I literally just said a V8 is better, but that's the obvious. My question is, why do people hate on them? What is it to hate, bro? What is it to hate? Allow people to enjoy their cars, bro. Am I coping? Say in the comments if I'm coping. Am I coping? Am I Mr. Coping Mechanism? I don't know, bro. It's cool. But at the end of the day, I feel like there should be no disrespect towards neither one. But I did also see another comment. People have a V6 and then try to do all the upgrades at the X pipes in the pipes to try to make it sound like a V8. And granted, I'm not even talking about a specific car. In a Mustang sense, because I have a V6 Mustang. I feel like if I was to go all in out on my V6 Mustang and then try to showboat, that's where people start hating. Like, bro, you should have just got a V8. What was the point of you doing all of that? You could have got a V8. And it's all here and there. I feel like it all comes down to budgeting. Like, if you can afford a V8, what's the point of even modding out OD on the V6? You know, that's where I sometimes can understand it. But at the end of the day, yo, I'm gonna work with what I got. If I was I don't have to be a millionaire to get a V8, but in a sense, if I was a millionaire, yo, fuck it, I'm gonna get the V8 and call it a day. Even if I had a V8, I wouldn't talk down on a V6. Not only because I've had the V6 and it still sounds good, but also, bro, it is what it is, bro. Maybe they prefer the V6 over the V8. I'm just learning over time and getting into the car, you know, peeping and scoping it out. Bro, people that just hate on anything, showboat, I get it. Car community, competitive, understandable, but I don't get the V6 8. But let me know if you do.